hypothyroidism and a personal story of mine. It was about a year ago. I was watching TV and my mother says, "Are you trimming your eyebrow?" And I'm saying, "No, I don't do this stuff. I never take care of my eyebrow." So I didn't think of it. A month later, I was driving from Palm Desert back to LA, and I noticed my eyebrow here are all falling off, and they extending all the way to here. Basically, where is my eyes is extending all the way here, and here where it was falling off. And very well I knew what is the sign of that. I knew that's a sign of thyroid problem. Of course, there are other signs I had with my eyelashes and all together the facial expression. And I knew that that was something to do with thyroid. And of course, the very first thing that the thyroid could malfunction is about increase of cortisol in your body. Cortisol increasing by having lots of stress. Matter of fact, one of the other name for cortisol is called stress hormone. Also, by consumption of a lot of caffeine or caffeine product like Coke that contain caffeine, or all those soft drinks that has caffeine product, or simply chocolate. Chocolate has a lot of caffeine. And I knew that was one of my problems. Me and my wife, we taking a lot of Persian tea. Now, Persian tea, taking very little, is kind of okay, but we were taking, twice a day we were having Persian tea, and that has a lot of caffeine. Other sign of hypothyroidism that I know I have, and a lot of other people have, is either being very cold, and I knew I'm usually not coping with cold very well. I'm okay with cold, but I'm not okay with hot. But in last year, I find out I'm getting a lot more cold than I'm getting hot. Also, if your hair is falling off, or you have a lot of mood swing, or things like that, is a very sign of hypothyroidism. Now, I gotta tell you, if you do the traditional test of hypothyroidism, probably you come normal. T3 and T4, thyroid hormone regularly, they don't show anything. The best test, you have to do free thyroid hormone, free T3, free T4, and free T2. And these are the best tests to do. Now, the best and cheapest way you want to do it at home to see if you can have a thyroid problem, just observe your face. Look at your eyebrow. Look at around your Adam apple. You should be shape of butterfly if it's inflamed. If your eyelashes, lower eyelash are falling off, or you have eyebrow in the middle falling off, or your eyebrow extending all the way down to your eyes. But one of the best way is to take your temperature for 7 to 10 days. Something like 5 to 8 times a day. 3 times in the morning and 5 times in the afternoon. It should be 98.6. Now, if it's abnormally high, abnormally low during certain part of the day, one time in the morning when your temperature is kind of low, it's kind of normal around 5 o'clock in the morning, but that's the only time. If you going throughout the day and you measure your temperature and you see it fluctuate, that's one of the signs of hypothyroidism, or hyper, but most likely is a hypothyroidism. Now, there is a lot of, if you go on internet, you see there's a lot of WebMDs are example of that, or a lot of things. They give you traditional way of testing your thyroid. Those are obsolete and are not very well studied. The good test for hypothyroidism is something called TGB, and that's one of the things we can look for hypothyroidism. Now, what's the solution? I told you all that story about me. Of course, one of the things immediately I did, I started not drinking any coffee or even caffeinated product or things that contain caffeine. But after that, you have to stay from gluten. gluten is one of the major problems that produces inflammation in the body, and the first victim of inflammation in the body is your thyroid. Stay away from any white sugar, white flour, and wheat. These three things, they are very, very damaging to your body, and the first victim, of course, is your thyroid. Increase your raw green food. Increase your fruit and vegetable. Now, if you have 1 serving of fruit, make sure you have 5 servings of vegetable. You can have a lot of fermented food, such as fermented soy. I know some of you might don't like that, but it has plenty of native kinase that increase the circulation that eventually benefit your hormonal system as well. If you have any question, please call or email me, and I'd be happy to answer your question. Thank you very much. Have a great day.